Oops. Huh. Huh. Alright. There we is. Alright, y'all. We're live. What's up, everybody? Super Miles Yo here for my 4th episode of Tears of the Kingdom Grand Master Mode. It's been a few days. Back at it again. If you recall, in the last episode, here we are. We did the Goron City quest, and it took longer than I was expecting. The stream was pretty long. It was like 3.5, almost 4 hours. We're not going to go quite that long today. I'm going to try and keep it around 2, because we are not going to go straight to the next dungeon. We are actually, I'll just run you through quick what we're going to try and do here. Maybe we'll get another tower or 2. I'm going to start the Geoglyphs quest, which is going to be somewhere in this general area. And I would also like to get the camera and auto build. And we'll see where that puts us in terms of the time. But yeah, we'll probably try and cap it at about 2 hours. But last time was very fun. I'm going to go ahead and talk to you, because I thought somebody... the Lizard Brothers. Oh lord. Alright, so that's a side quest, looks like. Let me just check this village, see if there's anything I want to do here before we head off. This marbled rock roast up and vanished. Full moon shone. Oh, I remember that. That's like a shrine quest, I think. That one's a pretty cool one, I think. Middle of the day. Right, the shadow. Yes, that's pretty cool. And you know what? Maybe we'll do a few shrines as well. I went ahead and turned on Zelda notes, by the way. So yeah, let's do that. We've got a lot to talk about as well. Oh man, let me just take it in for a sec. Beautiful, beautiful game. I'm gonna turn on my little extra contrasty mode. There we go. Oh man, it just really pops. Oh, we got a voice memory. And she's not speaking.
When I was preparing to come here to Goron City, I bought lots of fireproof elixirs to counter the extreme heat. It's a relief to see those are no longer needed. One thing that hasn't changed, though, is the Goron's love of eating rocks. Seeing it now, I am reminded of when Daruk gave Link a rock to eat. And he did.
Link ate a rock? Come on now. Maybe that's why he can't speak. Oh, okay. And that reminds me, we are going to... Now, I did consider this. I might bend my rules a little bit, and I might allow myself to use the Sage abilities outside of combat. In combat, certainly not, but I'm just remembering how useful Yunobo can be when you don't have any bombs and you need to break through. We'll have to see. I might end up bending that rule. You know, you can say what you want about me, but there you go. There it is. Let me just real quick. Yeah. Okay. Well, nobody's joined the stream, so I'm just trying to see if it's good or not. I'm just going to assume that it is, and we'll press on. Put back this on. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. And, yeah, let's go ahead and go on. So I think we can activate something in Lookout Landing. I think we can activate the camera in the depths. Camera in the depths, and then that will lead us to auto build, I think, once we do that. So we'll figure that out in due time. And I'd like to get at least 1 or 2 geoglyphs, and we're going to try and get them in the designated order for this playthrough, because I actually did not do that on my first playthrough. I want to see how the story plays out in chronological order. Boom, dum, dum. Let's talk to Joshua. I think that's what we need to do here. Hello, hello, hello. The Robbie pad. Yeah, really, if we're going to name it after anybody. Dum, dum. Alright, I'll jump into the chasm. Pura, pura, pura. What figure? Look at what's Robbie got on his back. There's some random lantern or something. Hello, Joshua. Now, I don't even remember if you were in Breath of the Wild. I don't... If you were not that noteworthy. I don't remember much of this, actually. I mean, I did this very early on in my playthrough. I don't think I used a guide that much, you know. Okay, it looks like we are good to go on the live stream. Just checked real quick. Okay. Oh, did they just give us the camera? Oh, I thought we had to go to the depths to get the camera, but I guess he just gives it to us. Maybe? He's gone. Bright bloom seed. Arrows. Not really that useful at this point. Oh, did we get it? No? No, we didn't. Oh, that's a main quest. Yeah, we really need to do that. An image of a figure... but I don't have it. Oh well, I'm going to talk to this real quick. Because we did get a few Poes. Actually, more than a few. 97 already. Here's a Poe. Yes, this is a Poe indeed. Dark Clump. Oh yes, I remember that. Oh, so we can get Bomb Flowers, Dark Tunic. I think I'm going to save up for that, even though I probably won't use it that much. This is used for Gloom Resistance. That's actually going to be really useful. I don't remember what all Poes are used for, so I'm actually not going to use any at this point. Did you give me the camera? If you find a figure, get a picture of it. But I didn't get the camera. Oh well, I guess we're just going to go ahead and do that real quick. Wherever that was. Go to the depths. Join him at the chasm south of Lookout Landing. Okay, I think that's the chasm I already went to, so I'll just warp here. We did that too early. I can't remember. Anyways, what should I talk about? Well, today I finished the script for the aforementioned I Love Tears of the Kingdom video, which I've been talking all about. And just take a quick guess in your head at how many words are in that. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to go to that. I am going to save it. Our next dungeon will be the Zora region, I've decided. Over here. Which is the only regional phenomenon, besides the desert, I guess, that you can't immediately see. The desert, once you get up to it, though, you can see. I guess you can see some sludge. But yeah, the Rito one and Death Mountain are definitely the most obvious. Oh my gosh, yo, this is going to be awesome. But anyways, I hope you've made your guess. It is over 12,000 words, which is quite a lot. Might be actually almost certainly the longest video I've ever... Well, I don't know how long it's going to be, but the most I've ever written for a video. I've made longer content, but most of that was not written down. Like the Mario movie, you know? Oh my gosh. So I'm going to briefly run through a few of the newer points that I wrote about in that thing today. But, oh my gosh, let me just take this in for a second. That is gorgeous. I love that. Hello, Ponic. Okay. I can't wait to hear from Master Koga. I had a thought when I was listening to some of those in the car. A thought came to my head. I was like, Master Koga's voice sounds like a mixture between two actors. I remember one of them. I can't remember the other one that I was thinking of. If I can remember, I'll tell you what it was. But I do. I have those blight broom seeds. Yes. Yes. Okay. I get it. Okay. So where am I supposed to go? Follow the nose for the fruity taste. Huh? Find anything that shows... Oh, we're supposed to follow the figures or something, right? Yes, so he went this way, didn't he? Alright, I just kind of... Okay, I totally ignored what he said. Bye-bye. Let's follow the flowers. Thank you for showing me that again. Gosh. Porridge or whatever your name is. 12,000 words, that's a lot. Now, if you take the average speaking rate of a human, on average, is about 150 words, which I don't know. I tend to think I'm a little above average speaking speed. I tend to talk pretty fast. Dang, that charges fast. Is that one of the benefits of that weapon? Yeah, quicker charged attacks. That's nuts. Alright. Hey, you. Okay. Thank you for that, Mr. Note. 150 words per minute. And so I'm just going to assume, just based on average, because I think it'll all kind of average out. Take 12,000 divided by 150, that's 80. In other words, 80 minutes worth of video, ostensibly. Alright, here we go.
That cursed Link is back! I knew rumors of him vanishing were too good to be true! And where you find Link, you'll find someone pulling his strings. It can't be Zelda, though. She's long gone from this world. Or is she? The royal family can be tricky. Okay. Assume nothing, and only rest when I'm sure the job is done.
That was a lot of nothing, Master Koga. Who is that other guy? Okay, I know it sounds like a mixture between like Ryan Reynolds and the Joker. And so, there was another actor I was thinking of. I can't put my finger on it. But that was my thought. I don't know. It's very strange. And it's a little too much. So what? What does this say? Yeah. The figure. West towards those... Okay. So he's heading west. But I already headed west. Oh, is it this one? Which I may have already done. So... yeah. I think it is this light route I've already gotten, so let's just continue on. Should I build myself a little cart or something, just because I can? I don't know if I have anything to do that. I mean, I have wheels, but nothing on which to put them, unfortunately. No viewers so far. That's alright. Baby Froxen! And yes, I'm calling them Froxen, because that is funny. As in oxen, you know what I mean? I think they're actually called little frocks. Not lil, but, you know, it's whatever. I think I don't remember if we ever saw frocks in a trailer, so I don't know if that was truly a surprise for me. And when I saw the little frocks, I was like, oh, that implies the existence of a big frocks. And right I was. Look at this place. So yeah, what are some points that I haven't hit yet that I'd like to talk about with this video? So, you know, I feel like I've gone through a lot of it. I did talk about the story, and I guess we'll get to that when we start doing the geoglyphs in this episode. When the horn gets slowed down during Flurry Rush, it sounds very strange. Definitely all the Zonite I can get, I'm gonna get, because that is supremely useful. Oh! Come on, that's too much damage, bro. One barrel does that? I guess it's not that much. I've only gotten one additional heart. Oh, two somehow. How did I get two? Oh, I guess the first one makes you get a heart. That's right. Okay, we're not doing that. Let's start off a little stronger here with a bomb flower. Bang! Ooh, they got muddle buds. Wait, no. Oh, it was, okay. I got confused for a second. Oh, my stupid camera. Let me fix that real quick. So the muddle buds are what confuses them. They'll start, like, stumbling around and attacking each other. It's the puff shrooms that create a cloud of dust, or smoke, so they just can't see. But they won't start attacking each other. Please, camera, come on. It's because it's not very well lit, and it's getting confused. Because Logitech sucks. Sucks balls. Even though I use a lot of Logitech products. And they actually all work pretty well, except for this stupid autofocus. Oh my gosh. Guys. I'm so frustrated with this. Please. Okay, is that it? It was for a second, and now it's stupid again. I freaking hate you. I actually do. Where is it focusing to? Infinity? Okay. Okay. That's focused. We're gonna go. Hello, Mr. Moblin! Almost got me there. And you kicked me. For 1 heart. I see your heart, and I raise you a death. I don't want that. Well, at least they ain't gonna be chucking barrels at me anymore. Because I blew them up. Alright. You're dead. I wish some of these guys were a little stronger. Because that wasn't... I guess the stronger guys are probably a little deeper in the depth. Because they expect you to do this pretty early, I assume. No, I don't want to waste anything too good here. Is there a rock nearby, maybe? I think this is probably not gonna... This is probably gonna break immediately. Or maybe not. Maybe that's the way to go, is an iron box sword. Is that what it's called? Iron box hammer. Yeah. Pretty cool. I had a viewer there for a second, they dipped out. Alright, I'm gonna keep going west, like it told me to. Oh, rock hammer. I'll keep the box for now because it's funny. There's a puff shroom. I haven't got one yet. There we go. Can you... I think you can probably get those on the surface, on the sky or the surface, but maybe they're exclusive to the depths. That's another thing I was saying. I don't know if I've mentioned this specifically in this playthrough. Hey, Kyle's here. What's up? I don't know if I mentioned this, but like, when people say that like the depths are like uninteresting and boring and you don't want to be here, it's like, I just never really understood that. Like, to an extent I do, but I feel like the problem is that people are just treating it like it's another surface when it's not. It's like, the surface is still like your main place you're going to be exploring most of the time. And like, I think there's plenty to do in the depths. Like, objectively there is. Like, there's no arguing that really. The only argument, I guess, is that it's just not interesting to do that stuff. But again, that's so subjective, and I just don't agree. I think if you just do it in smaller doses, like, hey, I'm gonna pop in here for a few minutes, get a few light roots, get some zonite. I need some zonite. I need some pose. I think it works really well. It's just if you do spend like hours and hours and hours in here, yeah, it can get a little monotonous, just because it all does look the same pretty much. But there's so much to do. The depths are my favorite part. I know, it's like, it's so subjective because I love this place. It's such a nice change from the surface, and the whole gloom damage thing is a game changer. So I always kind of never understood that complaint, and now I do understand the complaint. I still don't agree with it, but it's, I don't know, different strokes. But I personally really like that there's some materials that are exclusive to different parts of the map. It gives you a reason to go there, and it's also like, I don't know, that's the lesson. But so I do talk about that. What are these guys doing? I think those are still basic enemies. I don't know if I want to mess with that right now. I spent probably half my time in the depths. Yeah, man, I'm telling you. So, like, I guess I'm not crazy. It's not just me. Like, people like the depths. It's just, it's one of the things you hear the most complaints about, I think. Oh, I'm awful close to Robbie. Sorry, I didn't mean to encroach on you that much. And I like the light roots. Like, there's a lot of them, and I chose to do them all at once towards the end of my file last time, which was pretty grueling, but that was my own fault. I chose to do them all at once. And I like how you can cross-reference them with the shrines. I think that's really cool. Oh, okay. So I wasn't crazy. He does have to unlock the camera for us. And there we go, guys. Just auto-build and we'll have it all. Again, completing the compendium is something that I don't do. I just buy the pictures. But it is fun to take pictures of some stuff. I'm not gonna throw a bunch of mushrooms and apples on the ground to take pictures of them. I'm not all about that. Oh, what do you want a picture of? Of the statue. Okay. There we go. It's already on it. Look at that. Statue with raised arm. Boom. It went great. Thank you for asking, Robbie. Another thing I talked about is, actually, well, like I said, it's 12,000 words, and it might even be more than that because there's one thing I meant to talk about that I didn't, and that's the music, which is like a huge thing in itself. I'm not going to talk about it too much because I could just go on and on. So that's that, guys. We just got to go back to Lookout Landing. But let's take a little break from this before we do the rest of this quest. And I'm going to go towards the place where we initiate the geoglyphs quest. We're going to do that real quick. So, where's the... See, I think this was a stable... Okay, no, this was a stable. But I still think the quickest way is probably just to fly, so... Because, yeah, music is huge. I mean, as a musician, it's... Music just gets me, you know? It gets to me. It speaks to me. And look, a good soundtrack, a good video game make. A good video game does not make. Whatever I'm trying to say. Like, a soundtrack alone is not enough to carry a game, but it certainly doesn't hurt, you know? And this soundtrack is amazing. I mean, Nintendo's music is rarely bad. In fact, I think, if anything, it's the worst it ever gets is forgettable, but most of the time it is really solid. Even games that are not considered to be good, the music is usually still really good. And this game, oh my gosh. All it takes is just a little jingle, like the Lightroot jingle, and I'm there. I'm in the depths. That's how powerful this music is. You're welcome, Joshua. Big, 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 big. Oh, I meant to not even talk to them yet. Oops. Thank you for that. So I was dropping the bucket for me, but oh well, because we need 100 crystallized charges for our first battery upgrade. Okay, so what now? Oh, nothing? Sensor... No, I'm not interested in that. Oh gosh, hearing a lot of noises. You're probably going to be hearing a lot of noises. I'm sorry about that. That's fine. Okay, so I actually don't know how to initiate the auto build quest, but I do know where it is, so I might just do that eventually. Let's go ahead and fly towards the Rito area. I think that's a good plan. And like I said, that's not going to be our next dungeon, but that is where the Geoglyphs quest starts. Is Raru right there? He's not actually that far. And we might get that tower right ahead while we're at it, just to make it a little easier to start that Rito quest when we get there. But for now, we're just going to fly as long as I can. Yeah, the soundtrack in Tears of the Kingdom is amazing. It really is. I've yet to find a Zelda game that does not have an amazing soundtrack. Now, this is another interesting thing. Look, so I know that pool right there, there was a tower there in Breath of the Wild. There's also, like, the woodland tower, that whole area. There's no tower there anymore. And in fact, I think the Typhlo Ruins is no longer in darkness. You can see it, you know, unobscured, which is really interesting. Oh, dude, look at how cool the plateau looks from here. That's it right there. Geoglyphs were annoying in my opinion. Ooh, explain yourself, Kyle. I'm interested to hear this. Because I really liked them, and that's actually another thing I talk about in the video. But I'm interested to hear your thoughts first. What you didn't like about them, etc., etc. Oh, look at that. I do understand. I definitely understand the complaints, and I do have a few myself. But do tell. And here we got this shrine. I'll just go ahead and get this. Just the more travel points we can activate, the better. And there's a stable right there. I'll add that to my list of things to do. It's just the way they show up on the map. Oh, really? So you think they're just annoying to look at? Okay, I can see that. I actually really like them. Oh, on the actual map itself, not just the world. When you go to the map, you can't see stuff. That's interesting. I never thought about that. Okay, stupid camera. I guess I'll go and do this shrine real quick since we're not, we don't have a huge objective this stream. I think we'll have more than enough time to do what I wanted to do. What was this one called? A windy... I thought that said a windy desire. Oh, man. Okay. So we have our Windy Desire right here. And Kate has not joined yet. I wonder what's up with that. Maybe she doesn't want to. That's alright. So yeah, I'll save my thoughts for just a minute but when we get to the actual geoglyph. Right now we'll just do this shrine here. Okay, so let's just make a raft, I suppose. I guess since I'm in a shrine, I'll talk about the shrines a little bit. So in Skitty's video, which I'm not even going to explain what that is anymore, I've talked about it so much. You know what I'm talking about. Skitty's video, one of their complaints about the shrines was that, well, there's a couple. For one, they're too easy to cheese. And what I mean by that is that, like, because of such open-ended abilities in this game, like, you've got Ultra Hand, you can build these crazy contraptions, and you've also got Ascend. So, like, you can often... Okay, what's going on here? Why can't I... Huh? What am I supposed to do here? Oh, okay. So, like... Whoa, okay. What is happening? So you can build, you know, whatever you want, essentially. And you can ascend up to, like, blocks that you place, use the fans. Well, thank you for that, Kyle. I would have gotten there eventually, but I appreciate that. See, look, even me, I consider myself to be, you know, a reasonably competent person, intelligent-wise. And that took me longer than it should have to figure out. Fan? Is that going to hold it? No, it doesn't hold it. Maybe I didn't put it far enough. Please, come on, game. But, like, there are so... No, I don't think that's it. Maybe, again, like, this might be cheesing it. I don't know if this is the intended solution, but what I'm going to do is hold it there for a second. Okay. A long second. Okay. And I'm going to use Recall to reverse its trajectory, and then I'm going to use Ascend to get up there. Was that the intended solution? I don't know. But it worked. So that's what I mean. You can really do things. Maybe you're supposed to use 2 fans for that one. That could be possible. So you can really... And that's the opposite direction that I want. Maybe I was supposed to put the fan on the thing. That's probably not just... Yes, thank you. Attach the fan. Okay, so I'm just an idiot. There you go. But you see, my solution worked because of, like, Recall is crazy, Ascend is crazy, Ultra Hand lets you do a lot of stuff. So you can find a lot of solutions to these puzzles that were not at all the conventional way. And you could do that in Breath of the Wild as well, but I think it's even more extreme in this game. And sometimes it's just ridiculous, you know, and I will agree with that. You know, but I never really saw that as a problem. Like, you can look at it multiple ways. Sometimes it's like, oh, you know, that kind of sucks the satisfaction out of it because I know that I just cheated or that was a cheap way to do it. But, like, you can choose to not do that. I know that's kind of a weak argument, but, like, you're choosing to cheese it. That should be Cheez-It's slogan. You choose to cheese it. That would be weird. But, so that's one of the problems with the shrines, which I do get. I just don't necessarily agree with. Because I think it's not inherently a bad thing. And I lost Raru already. So I might just go ahead and head towards this. Whoa. Okay. I think I know what the game wants me to do here. I know there's a fan right over there. I feel like Stasis is better than Recall. Ooh, I don't know about that. Stasis is very cool. I love, like, building up that energy and letting it go. But Recall is pretty sick. You can use it in a lot of creative ways. Or I feel like Stasis is kind of like, yep, you freeze something. Okay, since this is badly damaged, I'll go ahead and trash it. Spiky Club. Not that good, but it's I guess better than what I had. Okay, where did Raru go? The glyph of Raru. The other complaint about the shrines that I heard was that they do not really teach you any applicable skill for the rest of the game. And that's also a tricky one to... Okay, let's see how we're gonna... I think you can defeat these guys with any bladed weapon, right? Ooh. Oh, that was it? Yeah, there we go. You get a beetle and a lizard. I forgot if they had any, like, specific monster parts. I guess they don't. Okay, should we kill this Hinox? I don't think I've killed a Hinox yet. Did I? I can't remember. But we'll do it now. I guess we'll figure it out once I harvest his parts. And I'll see if I've gotten them already. Or I could check my inventory now, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just go ahead and save. And so here's the thing. That kind of gets into a whole nother topic of like the Zonai devices as a whole. And like how useful those really are in practice. This is kind of a really bad weapon to be using. What happened? How did I fall but not get hurt? That's strange. This bow is also not good. Yeah, I'm gonna actually use a decent weapon for this. Yeah, let's use this. But I'm pretty sure one booty bounce would kill me. Hey, Kate's here. What's up? You haven't missed much. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have wasted all my stamina. Okay, can't eat, so I'm just gotta make it through without getting hit. And the way to do that is I'm not gonna run out of stamina again. Ooh, that's doing some good damage. I'm just watching my wheel. There we go, run away. And I ran out again. Forgot that running actually takes away your stamina. And I lost a bow. Let's go back to that. I felt like I just had a full inventory of bows. Maybe it's only have 5 slots or something. And he knocks us down. Almost died there, but I didn't. A quarter heart left. Yikes. What's up, Kate? Hope you stick around. It's gonna be fun. And no, so this is all my first getting these, so I don't think I've killed a Hinox yet. Well, there we go. Jesus. Jesus! A Volt Fruit. Okay, are any of these worth it? Not really, honestly. Yeah, I don't think... I mean, I guess it's probably a little better than that, so I'll get that. I'll get the Traveler's Sword, because why not? We got some toasty stuff here. So, you know, it gets into the discussion about the Zonai devices as a whole, because, and that's another big thing, is you have all these things to build, you have all these things to do, and there are mixed opinions on whether or not it's actually compelling to do so. Now, I will be the first to tell you, like, in my playthrough, I kind of found like 3 or 4 inventions that I really liked, and I stuck to that for pretty much the entire game. Like a simple hot air balloon, a bird with fans on it. I know there's that simple like steering stick and 2-fan hovercraft that a lot of people like to build. I never really did that. It just felt too easy. But there's a few like really simple designs that you can learn that will carry you throughout the entire game. And to be honest with you, the most crazy intricate stuff you can build, it's never really all that useful in practice. It's just kind of flashy and looks cool. And I had fun with that. Like, I have some videos of me building stuff that was like insane and ridiculous that was not at all useful. It was just fun. And that's really what it boils down to, is like, some people did not like that there wasn't really a super compelling reason gameplay wise to do all that stuff. You were better off just building really simple stuff. So that kind of, for them, it invalidated the entire system for them. There's like, well, if there's no reason to do all this, like, why even bother spending this much time on this crazy engine and ability? And I don't know, I'm kind of the mind that, like, having options is rarely a bad thing. And I can appreciate the system, even if I personally and many others, like, didn't necessarily take full advantage of it, just the fun of it. Like, we're purely looking for the most practical approach. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I can understand why that would lead to some disappointment of, like, there's just not... The game doesn't necessarily reward you for doing these crazy inventions. Like, the reward is kind of doing the thing itself, and it's just because it's fun. And for some people, that's just not enough. And I get that. And so on that note, the shrines that force you to build these crazy contraptions. They teach you how to do stuff with these Zonai abilities, and oh, we got a Horriblin. It's a weak one. Oh, poor little guy. Should I take the stick? The sturdy long stick? Oh, it's a rusty halberd stick. No, I think I'm good. Alright, Miles, are you excited for Kirby Air Riders? Yes, and I'll talk about that in a second, because why not? So yeah, that's my stance. Well, I guess I haven't really said my stance. You know, I guess in Skitty, what Skitty was talking about is that, in their opinion, the shrines should teach you things that are more worthwhile for the rest of the game. Like, oh, I learned how to do this in a shrine. Let me use this, trick with this one, Zonite ability, or I can't even talk right now. This, whoa, secret room here. But really what it is, it's like, ooh, nice. Totally random find there. I mean, not random, but I was not specifically looking for that. I don't remember where anything is, to be honest. Even in Breath of the Wild, like, I don't remember exactly where certain pieces of gear is. But I'm gonna find that bubble frog. You better believe it. Is it in here? Yep, there you are. It's a must. Gotta find that bubble frog. Dang, one-shotted. Nice. Endura. Glowing cave fish. I gotta say, I never really used any of the glowing elixirs ever. Or glowing items or anything, because the bright bloom seeds are pretty ubiquitous, I think. We're gonna ascend right out of here. As it stands, the shrine's kind of like a one-off. Most of them are one-off, like the ones that involve inventions, that is. It's like you're going to learn to do this, you're going to do it, it's useful for the shrine, and you're never going to do it again. Ooh, should I get a new horse right now before I do this quest? Well, these are all three trash. But you know what? Sometimes you gotta get a trash. And that is my motto. Which one should I get? I think I'm going to get this cow. Because he's got a black mane. And never mind. He's running. Let me get on top of this rock and try again. Some people don't like that. They really don't like that. Skitty is one of those people. I kind of do. Or at the very least, I'm okay with it. And this horse absolutely sucks. Look at him. He's cute, though. Oh, I was thinking about something. I don't know what I'm going to name this horse. But cow, anything to do with a cow is kind of low-hanging fruit, so let me think about this. Ooh. Okay. Alright. What shall I name this horse now? And look, okay, I'm not really letting these horses go because they exist in my original file, okay? They don't belong here. So, I'm going to get rid of this. And that would be devastating if it also released it from my original file, but I know it wouldn't do that. I don't even have 20 rupees, Jesus. Let me take care of that real quick. Talk to Beetle. Kate, help me think of a name for this horse. Johnny? No, stop. Oh, I should have just sold it to you, because I want money more than that. Oh well. Yeah, they so nerfed all the ways of making money in this game. Like, the gems are not nearly as bad. Ruby was like, what? Okay, Diamond is unchanged. But I feel like Ruby was like 300. Unless I'm just crazy. Oh well. I am going to use that diamond on a weapon. I'm just waiting for a strong weapon to do. So I'm not going to sell that. I just, yeah, whatever. I will buy some arrows, though, as long as I have 20 left. Yes. Nope. Yeah, okay. I'll sell enough. Alright, thank you, Beetle. Maybe Beetle should be the final villain. Oh, it was 240? Okay. But still, that's like double. Over double. Okay. Let's see here. I'll check out what that reward is. Because why not? I'm gonna name him, Bleach. Bleach. Bleachester. Bleachin'. Because he looks like he's black and he got dipped in bleach. And goodbye, Hershey. So we're gonna ride, we're gonna ride Bleachin' for a little bit. And eventually we will get the special horses in this game, because why not? But I don't remember where they are right now, so... let's check out this reward. So, just to conclude what I was saying about the shrines. The fact that they don't... Oh, my Zelda notes turned off. No! Okay, because I was thinking maybe she would say something about this stable. Oh, the towing harness. Yes, yes. I remember that. That's how we are going to torture some Koroks. Okay. Looks like they don't have anything to say just yet. Alright. Still not used to this place. I hear you. Dofi, who are you? Yeah, we do need to do the Gazette thing. That's the tricky thing, is like they really want you to do the Rito quest first, because that you'll see a lot of important things on the way. The Gazette, you'll start the pen quest with all that news bullcrap. You'll find the geoglyph, all that stuff. All right, well we've been going 40 minutes and we're already like making some good progress on what I wanted to do, so I think we're gonna be good. An uplifting device. Okay, isn't that what I just did? Ah, here we have the hot air balloon. See, like it's shrines like these. These are really useful. They show you hot air balloons and stuff like that. So there are definitely useful shrines. It's just it really does depend on how much you are planning to use different types of Zonai devices. But even still, I'm fine with the majority of the shrines being these one-off contraptions that you're never going to use again. Because again, like as bite-sized little dungeons, they're fun enough on their own, even when you can cheese it. I keep sounding like I'm saying cheese it as in the cracker, but I'm not. No, he's going. No, come on, come back. See, Kyle, could you do that with stasis? No. Alright. Can I press that with that? Yes, I can. Yeah, in conclusion, I think on the whole, the design philosophy and the way that the shrines work is a little different than in Breath of the Wild. Could be different good, could be different bad, depending on how you look at it. I'm a fan. I am generally a fan, not a Zonai fan, make no mistake. I'm more of a hot air balloon, actually. Don't know why I need that. But to be fair, if I'm remembering correctly, there are also a lot more blessing shrines, as in, like, they just give it to you for free. Because I think, I'm not saying recall is bad, stasis is just better. What do you like more about stasis, Kyle? I'm not challenging you, I'm just curious. What was I saying? I forgot. Yeah, so, like, you have to keep in mind there's like 120 shrines just on the surface, and then an additional, like, 27 in the sky, I think. So a total of 147. Maybe I'm getting that number wrong. It's 140 something, or 150 something, I can't remember. And a lot of those on the surface are in caves. And I think a lot of them in caves, it's just a blessing shrine, because like the challenge is finding it, and so when you get in the shrine, it just gives you the orb for free. And again, people have mixed opinions about that. I'll be honest with you, sometimes I'm lazy and I'm happy to get a free Light of Blessing once I've already found the shrine. I'm like, yeah, just give it to me. But it does, I can absolutely understand why some people just hate that. They're like, this is so lazy. But to be fair, Breath of the Wild did that as well. I think Tears of the Kingdom might have done it a little more. I don't actually remember. I don't know if that's just my imagination or if that's true. Oh, there's the big one. I don't think this will be worth it, but just to say that we did, we're gonna do this. I think we might need a big old balloon for this. My gosh. How are we gonna do that? Do we have a big plank? I think I lost the plank. Oh, but I can ascend through here. Kate, you still there? What's up? You doing something else? I guess I'll talk about Kirby Air Riders since Kate told me to. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about that. Kirby Air Ride is like one of the first games... That's gonna break. Oh no, it didn't. That's one of the first games I remember being my own. Like I said, I think my earliest memories playing a game has to be Super Mario Sunshine. Will that actually work? That will not work at all. Maybe I do need two at once. That's gonna be nuts, dude. Stasis is easier to cheese. Well, I don't know what you mean by that. Maybe if I attach this to the bottom of it. Ooh, that's not good. It's probably a bad choice. See, like here, we're figuring stuff out. It's not balanced at all. I don't think more fire is going to help at all. I think we just need more balloons. And still no. How do they want you to do that? Oh, they're not even inflating. What the heck? Oh. It is working. Very slowly, but it's working. Yeah, so my sister, older sister, had a GameCube. I think it is still going. Very, very slowly. She had a GameCube growing up. It was her GameCube, so she kind of called the shots on everything we played. But then, for my probably 4th or 5th birthday, I got Kirby Air Ride. And then the real drama started because, you know, it was her GameCube, but it was my game. So we'd pull the, well, it's my GameCube and you can't use it. And I'd be like, well, it's my game. I deserve to be able to play it, blah, blah, blah. It wasn't really that much drama, but I do remember that her being upset about that. Understandably. But Kirby Air Ride, man, we would play that. We honestly never played the actual main mode, which is racing, almost like a Mario Kart type thing. We just did City Trial. It is honestly brilliant. Like, the GameCube era, for all its flaws, like, it was a little janky sometimes, but it really had some brilliant worlds. Like, just the most nostalgic, the most memorable, like, free-roaming modes or worlds or hub worlds. Like, Delfino Plaza is, like, still probably my favorite hub world, if that's what you want to call it, whatever you want. Like, main area where you go to and from. And the city in the City Trial mode, Kirby Air Ride, is brilliant. And so if they don't have some sort of similar City Trial sandbox type world in Kirby Air Riders, like, I'm gonna be just so bummed. They have to know that that's like what so many people love the game for, like, not the main racing mode, you know. It's just so much fun to just mess around. The events are all super cool. Dynablade, the UFO. Yeah, we can play it. Heck yeah. Magnesis or Ultra Hand. Well, obviously Ultra Hand. It's basically, it's everything Magnesis is and more. You can pick up and manipulate anything. It doesn't have to be metal, and you can stick them together. Okay, so we are at the geoglyph. Enough lollygagging. How many? Okay, we just need one more, and we can get another upgrade. Come here, Bleachant, or whatever your name is. Is that his name? Bleachin? Okay, so we're going to talk to Impa, and we're going to do this geoglyph. So Kyle says he doesn't like the geoglyphs because he don't like looking at them on the map. Never thought about that, but I understand. What is it meant to depict? Is really you, or it that really you? There's Impa. There she is, looking more wrinkly and crisp than ever. We still play it. Oh, that's what you said? I thought you said, can we play it? We still play what? Yeah, we still play Kirby Air Ride. Sometimes. Very rarely, but yeah, we played it a few times in the past year. When Josie brings over her hacked GameCube. What? We must look for her. During the upheaval. Yeah, how long is Link supposed to be asleep in between... Like, how long is it since when they go under the castle and then when Link reappears after he does the sky stick? Because, like, that trip down to the castle, down to the bottom of the castle, like, I always just assumed that was, like, one outing. It could have been, like, a few days, though. They brought a bunch of gear, so maybe Link and Zelda were, like, under there for a few days, and people really started to get worried after, like, a week or two. And then Link spent another few days, so, like, it could have been a minute, you know? I always just imagined it was, like, the next day that Link came back down, but it seems like it's longer. I've never played Kirby. Kyle, you're missing out, buddy. They're, as far as platformers go, they're definitely on the easier side, so if you want a challenge, that's not why you play Kirby. That would be more like a Donkey Kong thing. It goes Kirby, Mario, Donkey Kong, as far as Nintendo 2D platformers go. That's what it is. But yeah. They're really fun games, for sure. And Kirby Air Ride is a whole different beast. We haven't had an HD 3D Kirby game. Well, I guess we have. I guess we had Forgotten Land.
Where's your sewing stuff?
I don't really have any. I have...
Your needles?
I don't have any needles. I lost them all. I don't know where they are. Sorry.
Well, I can't finish it.
Yeah.
I thought you just did one.
Yeah, I lost that one.
Oh.
I stole it from, like, one cabinet or something. I don't have any. Might have to get some more. Okay. That's alright. Losing needles is kind of an ominous thing to think about, but I did it. Okay. So I have mixed feelings about the geoglyphs. Not because... Okay, she wants us to fix her balloon, I think, right? And there's Impa. And there's Josha. Over a century old. Dang, and she ain't used no de-aging. That's what a Sheikah looks like when they're over 100 years old. Well over 100, because she was... I mean, 100 years ago, she was already an adult, I assume. Like a young one, probably like 20. So she's 120 and counting. No more than that. It's like, I mean, I'm rambling here, but... Man, that's nuts. And that's... You got nothing on a Zora still. Because Zora's, man, they're centuries old and still fresh as a daisy. Whoa, 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 watch out. You told me to do it, Impa. Bang. You're welcome. Hello. You want me to put you in there? That would be funny. Okay. So, here's the thing. And I never thought about this until, I think it was Scott the Waz, had a video that was in some ways critical of Tears of the Kingdom, but overwhelmingly still positive. Like he said, I still love this game, right? And then Zeltic even had a video called, I think, Tears of the Kingdom, a disappointing masterpiece. And when I played through it, I had no notes. I had nothing bad to say about the story. Yes, good, hiya. But then I watched those videos, and they did raise some good points that gave me pause. So I'll talk about that in a second. Well, Impa, you are 120 and counting, so I wouldn't be recommending that you're up here, but you know what? I respect that. I respect your pizzazz. And look at that. I just love that. I love seeing these. It's just so cool. It's so much better than just a glowing point, you know? So we're going to look for the dragon's tear here. Most likely spot. Well, how about the actual literal tear? Or the eye, or whatever. So this is obviously a picture of Rauru, if you couldn't tell. And, yeah, so... Breath of the Wild's story that you experience in-game, it lends itself pretty well to being discovered out of order. I'll give you that, because, like, you kind of already know how it ends. You're not really going to spoil anything major. You know that everybody dies at the end, and Zelda ends up in the castle, and Link almost dies, and it's interesting to see how it plays out, but you're not really like, oh my god, that I spoiled this. it's a little different in this game, so we'll get to that. But first, we're actually going to watch this. So Link, get out of there. He's dripping. Just look at that drip. I thought it was a random Zonai. Nope, that's Rauru, for sure, because the memory is about Rauru, or the geoglyph is about Rauru. So all of the pictures are somewhat related to the cutscene that you see, which I think is really cool. Oh, this piano stuff. My god, I love it. There's only one Zonai I know that looks like that, you know? So this is obviously the first one you're supposed to see. And I don't even know if the other ones are activated until you do this one. They might be. But this is definitely the first one I got on my first playthrough. Because I went to the Rito area first, like you're supposed to. What? There's Sonia.
Oh, dear.
There's something about the cutscenes still that, like, they don't seem as smooth as the gameplay. It's strongly the opposite, actually. It's interesting. Like, the coloration seems weird. Maybe it's supposed to, but...
Where am I? We didn't mean to start.
Oh, all this is going to be so interesting to play through in Age of Calamity. Or Imprisonment. Sonia. I actually got the Master Sword glyph first. Oh, wow. That's a pretty late one.
I am the daughter of King Rome of Hyrule, Zelda.
And that lends
An unexpected answer.
at least to my next
We
point.
are the king and queen who founded Hyrule, after all. Or at least we were the last time I checked.
You two founded Hyrule? And you're the king?
That is what I just said, you idiot.
My name is Rauru, King Rauru of Hyrule.
King Rauru?
I do really like these characters. I really do.
But that must mean...
And there we go. There's our first glyph. So first of all, this is where that ludonarrative dissonance comes in. Because Link, the character, knows now that Zelda is in the past. And yet we're seeing her all over the place, and all these characters are like, we gotta find Zelda! And Link knows, he doesn't know exactly, I guess, what happened to her eventually. Maybe she did come back to the present somehow, and she really is floating around all over the place, but Link knows, and you, the player, know where Zelda is. But all these other characters, they want you to go find her, but you already know. So, like, it does get a little weird. I won't lie. For me, it was still confusing and ambiguous enough, the first playthrough, that I didn't quite know what was going on, and I was still driven forward. The draconification thing, I didn't know until I sort of pieced it together pretty early in my playthrough, but it was late enough to where I was already invested, you know? But here's the main problem. Okay, so that's another main quest. We got a lot of main quests going at once. This is the main one, of course. So this is where it's leading us to the Forgotten Temple. So we are going to go there, but first we're going to get this region's tower. So yeah, let's do that. So here's the problem. This game, what I just said, there is... Oh, bye, Kyle. Have a good one. He's got to go. Thank you for joining us. It's just you and me, Kate. Come here, horsey. Bleachant. I think it's just... What is it? I can check. Bleachin. Not t. Come here, Bleachin. You're very sweet. You might suck, but you are mild. Tender and mild. Let's go. So, it is trying to tell a more involved narrative to make you more invested. And yet you can still discover them out of order. And there's a lot more potential, like, there was a lot more twists, spoilery moments. And so, like, if you discover them in any order, you can kind of ruin it. But, well, that's the thing. Some people say it's ruining it, which I can see that. But I'll just go ahead and give you an example. Like, one of the first memories I got, I don't remember which one it is, but it's one where I think it's actually around this area where Rauru is like mourning over Sonia's grave. And I hadn't seen the one where Sonia actually died yet. Can you imagine that? That's how I figured that out. And I get that that's like, some people would just hate that that's how you found that out. It spoiled the big moment. I don't know though. I think that's kind of cool. Because everybody's experience will be different. And then of course, like, different people will discover the dragon thing at different times. And so, depending on how you look at it, yeah, it's a bit more frustrating that you can find them in any order. I definitely do get that. But at the same time, I'm like, I do think it's kind of cool, and ultimately, I would still prefer if they were a predetermined order. I've heard some people suggest that, like, maybe you could find the geoglyphs in any order, but it would always play the same cutscene in the same order. I don't like that. I think that's weird, and it would also kind of ruin the whole thing of, like, the picture being related to the thing. Like, you find the picture of the Master Sword, and it's related. That's like the Master Sword geoglyph, where she does something with the Master Sword. So it's always funny, like, or fun to look at the geoglyph and be like, oh, this one's shaped like a Nintendo Switch. I wonder what that one's going to be about. And that would kind of be impossible if the cutscene order was predetermined. What I think would have been probably the best idea is that you can't... Okay, they're not giving it... I guess I can put a fan on this, or a balloon, maybe. Do I have any balloons? Maybe I'm supposed to use Ascend in the cave that I found down there? Let's try that. That seems to be smart. Kate, are you there? I think what would have been the best solution is they force you to find them in order because there's only like one at a time, and you have to activate one to see the next one. The next one is revealed. So then you'd have to get them in order. I think that would actually make a lot of sense. Because then, like, it would be exciting. You'd have to re-scour the map every time you get one. You fly back up into the sky, and you're like, oh, where's the next one? Where am I going to go? And then you could still have the whole geoglyph being related to the thing, you know? And then it would guarantee you to experience that story in the same order. And I get that they want to make it open and whatever, but it's like, you can have some linear elements. I really think that would have made a lot more sense. But again, like, maybe it was a conscious decision to be like, look, some people are going to experience these things in different order. Because to me, like, I will always remember when I discovered the draconification thing. It was nuts, bro. It was before the game tells you. I think I'd seen, like, one memory where she kind of talked about draconification, but I honestly, like, and maybe some people right then and there would have been like, oh, that's what's going to happen. I didn't. I was just like, oh, that's interesting. Never, like, assumed that that's what Zelda would do in the end. And it wasn't until I actually did Korok Forest pretty early, so I got to the Master Sword. I couldn't pull it. I didn't have enough stamina yet. But I found it. I guess Kate's gone as well. She's not saying anything. Come on, you left without saying goodbye? What's up? Whoa, 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 whoa. What is this? Is this Gloom Hands? Oh my god, no! I didn't know those would appear until you'd done the Korok Forest. I hate you. These are scary, guys. These are incredibly scary, and I do not like it. So I think I just got the bubble gem. Definitely did. And I'm pretty sure I want to be here, so I can ascend. I'm going to try that. But I'm going to try and glide past these guys. You're not really into that. No thank you. That is actually, that music though, that's really scary. No, 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 no. Okay, I actually got my heart going. I hate these things. No, let go. Let go of me. Bro, let go. No, are you kidding me? I can't eat. I can't. Bro. Those, if I'm remembering, those things are kind of tough to kill. Man. I don't remember, like, the best way to kill them. Do I still have the bubble gem? Okay. Okay, I think they're gone. Yeah, they kind of spawn randomly, so... That's crazy, man. And they're here again. That actually got me good. Maybe they always spawn in this particular spot. Go, Link, go. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yep, Kate is gone. Okay, if we have time at the end, I'm sure we will, I'll come back and do some of these shrines. But for now, I'm gonna... I thought there was another room. Is there? Yes, there's this place. So yeah, I did that, and then I just went all the way up to the Light Dragon, saw the Master Sword, and it was right then and there. I pieced it all together. It just clicked. I was like, that's Zelda. It has to be. And I was like, oh my god, that was the craziest feeling. This is not at all right. You know what would be smart? I don't know why I didn't do this. I'm going to put a pin on the tower. That's what we're going to do. There might not even be a way to get there from the cave, but I figured that's what they wanted you to do. Let me check this real quick. There. Okay. Let's do that. Okay, it is right there. That's what I thought. Oh, but dang it. Oh my god, that's too bright. Okay, I guess I gotta go back in there. Dang it, and I have to deal with the hands again. Stupid. Yeah, and if you do the story the regular way, like, that's also going to be a pretty epic reveal. But it is like, you do get enough hints. I feel like most people are going to figure that out before it happens. But then, of course, the cutscene itself, where her eyes change, oh my god, it's so intense and awesome. I mean, it's so just devastating. But it's pretty cool. Oh, what? Oh, I guess they just despawned and left their little clump. That's useful. If you just, I guess you just wait them out and they'll disintegrate. So is there no way I can get to that pin? Not through here. That's a right shame. Well, I guess maybe you do need to build some sort of flotation device, or maybe it's through here. Did I try that? I think I did. That's where the bubble frog is. Dang it. Yeah, alright. Well, we're gonna find another way up there. Even though the door is closed. Is that supposed to happen? Okay, not at all close. That's fine. There she is, bro. Chills every time. Chills every time. I think she does have a set path. She just kind of circles around the sky forever and ever and ever. Okay, let's see if I got any devices that are going to help me. I used all my rockets, didn't I? Dang it. I could always fly. I'm just going to cheese it. I'm going to use stamina. Whatever. Do it the old-fashioned way. I think I have enough food to make it. But yeah, again, I guess it just boils down to preference. And, you know, I think there's certainly an argument that allowing you to do things out of order kind of ruins some of the story beats. I don't necessarily... Okay, we can open the door. Great. Alright, here we go. Got this tower. I don't think it ruins it. I think it's kind of cool, but I definitely understand that criticism. But this time around, we are going to get them in the proper order, which they do show you that order. I just totally did not understand that, I guess, when I first did this. Ah, here we go. Look at that. I know the ship is in there. That's such a cool feeling. And there's Zelda. I think we're not high enough to get to her from here. We need the diving outfit as soon as possible. It's like, I pretty much wore that non-stop. Yeah. Beautiful. Look at that Nintendo Switch. There we go. Excuse me. I will say the names of these towers, like, what do they call them? Do they even have names? They're not as memorable, just as far as the name itself goes. Like, what is this? What is this called? Yeah, Lindor's Brow Skyview Tower. Like, what is that? Lookout Landing Skyview Tower. Which other one do I have? Eldon Canyon Skyview Tower. Like, what? Come on. I can't remember all that. I know Eldon Tower, Akala Tower, Laniru Tower, Farron Tower, Lake Tower. I remember all those. But these, I have no recollection of what these are all called. But oh well. And that applies to the shrine names of, like, Sinakawak. I'm never going to remember the shrine names, which is fine. Ooh, I think this might be kind of close to where this is one of the, like, gliding challenges or something. Where was Zelda? She's over there. Look at that. She's moving very slowly. Oh, I guess that does kind of freeze time when you do that. And there's a Gleeok somewhere around here, too. Maybe not somewhere around here, but flying through the sky somewhere. Oh, Gleeok. They're so cool. Okay. So we're not too far at all from the Forgotten Temple, so that's where we're going to go next. Got some Sundelions here. And look at this. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I think that might be the big one. There's one, like, really big ball. And I don't know if it's that one. No, I feel like it was, like, somewhere over here. Where am I even? Okay. No, I think it is that one then. Yeah, that's got to be it. That's such a cool ball. I don't know what it is. Like, there's a bunch of those balls floating around. But none of them are that big. Can you even... I don't think you can see the ship. But just knowing it's in there. Knowing it's in there is so cool. Now I have a camera, so I can do this. Light dragon, boom. See, like, you can understand why I thought it was Rauru. Because that says light dragon, you know, and he is the Sage of Light, I believe. Spirit has taken the form of this giant dragon inhabiting the upper reaches of the sky. It's named for its shining golden mane and gleaming scales. It looks divine, soft glow, its presence is comforting somehow. Okay, maybe that does indicate that it's Zelda. I mean, but it says a spirit has taken the form, so, like, you know, it's not, it doesn't say, you know, a certain girl that you love and may or may not live with, you know. Ah, Courage Island.
The ceremony held here was a trial of heart, strength, and technique. There was a time where everyone who came of age would undertake this test. But as Zonai devices developed and spread, only those wishing to challenge their courage would take part. I wonder if this island will ever see a new challenger.
Yeah, I wonder. I will say you do have to suspend disbelief when it comes to Rauru and Master Koga having voice notes, because, like, Zelda, it makes sense. She likes to document things. She's a scholar and a researcher. Like, why is Koga walking around recording his voice? Like, oh, I better say something about this. Yeah, but again, like, I'm suspending disbelief. And Kate's back. Wonderful. I love how you didn't even say goodbye. All right, Courage Island. Let's see what this is all about. I thought there was, like, a construct here that tells you, what you're doing, but I guess not. Or maybe that's a different island. I don't know. This is pretty cool, and it's a lot more challenging without the armor. But you know what? We going. There's the final one. I went to the bathroom, then forgot to join back. Oh, I was about to say, that's a long bathroom trip. And I should know, I ate Indian food yesterday. And it made its exit earlier today. And it hurt. TMI? Nope. It's very good food. See, I wonder if this will be a blessing, since we already did a challenge, but it wasn't even that big of a challenge. But it probably is just a blessing. A lot of these sky ones are, because you do some sort of thing. Ew, to me. Because it was spicy, you know what I mean? Oh no, this is an actual thing. Combat training, archery. Then we'll be able to get another stamina. Yeah, Timu. I love this music and it is really cool. Yeah. Alright, let me get a little closer since my camera's being a little beep. Okay, it's good enough. Okay, I actually didn't read any of that, so... Nope, didn't work. Yoink. Very good. Well done. Period. Any other questions, Kate? Okay. I love those little voices. Oh, I guess you don't have to do them all in one fell swoop. That's actually... That was pathetic. Didn't do anything. But I do want a construct sword instead of or a zonite sword instead of that random stick that I had. And there we go. So awesome. Also, what's your favorite old Mario Kart game? Old? Define old. Because is Mario Kart 8 old at this point? That's gotta be it, if we're counting that. If you're saying, like, you know, older than that, I would say... Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I definitely do want that. I'm trying to see if there's anything. I guess I'll just go ahead and throw... I'll throw one of these on there. Unless, yeah, I don't have any Captain 2 horns left, so I'll just do that. Yeah, that's decent. That's 17. Yeah, okay, I'll get rid of that. No, that's a good mining thing. So maybe I'll fuse it. No, I don't want to save that for specifically the Zonai swords. That's 17, and it's a one-hander. I'll just wait. I'll wait, it's fine. Okay, what do we got in here? 7 and before. Okay. Well, okay, and I'm gonna get rid of this because I've used it a lot. Yeah. I'll go ahead and use this now though, since it's weak. 7 and before. Well, then it might have to be 7, honestly. I mean, I played that a lot, even though I did go back to it recently, and it is pretty brutal in kind of a not fun way. The rubber banding is kind of insane. And it's fine. Like, it's good. It introduced water and gliding and kart customization. You know, and now underwater stuff isn't a thing in World anymore, but gliding is a staple, even though it's now like an airplane thing. Greetings. Oh, so okay, so there is a construct doing stuff. Okay, yeah, we can do that. But let me do this first. I would say as far as like personality of the game goes, it's got to be Double Dash. Like I said, I grew up on GameCube stuff. Double Dash it's just fun. Like I kind of hate the way it controls. I'm not gonna lie, just because I never really mastered it, and I do think like objectively, like the newer ones do control more predictably and solidly. But it's colorful, it's bright, it's wacky. That was the era where they just put eyes on everything. The hills, the deserts, like the piles of sand had eyes. Everything had eyes. GameCube was a wacky time. And it was kind of the first Mario Kart. Of course, I didn't care about this at the time, but it was the first Mario Kart that like truly felt like an evolution since Mario Kart 64. Because they were alternating between the handhelds and the console ones, and so, like, not everyone was going to feel like an upgrade. That's kind of the thing. Like, they went from Double Dash to then DS, which is worse because it's on the DS, but it's a handheld, so the standards are different. And then Wii was the evolution from Double Dash, but on it, like, some people still say that Double Dash looks better than Wii, and I have to say I kind of agree. I never really played much of Wii, but it just doesn't look quite right to me. It just looks messed up. Double Dash is just solid, you know? And then, yeah, 7 was the first one I really spent a lot of... Oh, gosh. Yeah, I can't even see those numbers on my screen, so I think I do have, like, too much brightness going on here. But it does make it pop, so I'm inclined to keep it. Okay, so just bare minimum amount of adjusting that you can do here. I don't know what the time limit is, but there we go. Which is better, Wii U or Switch 2? Bro, come on now. At least make your questions somewhat... Oh, maybe it's... There we go. Yes. Oh, shoot, maybe I shouldn't have used all my charges. Wait, I should have equipped my gliding shirt. There we go. Oh, that's so much better already. Gosh. Look at that. I don't know if we have to get the other pieces somewhere else. Look at how much better that is, bro. I'm not taking this off. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the Wii U is... The thing is, like, the Wii U, whether you like it or not, graphically... Oh no, he just gives me that. I think I do... the other ones are somewhere else, I think. Like, the Wii U was a huge improvement over the Wii. It was Nintendo's first HD console, and it looks really good. Well, it did at the time. Now, of course, we're spoiled with Switch 1 and Switch 2, and going back to the Wii U is kind of a joke. You go back to play Breath of the Wild on the Wii U after you've played it on this version, oh my god, dude. I don't even want to think about that. It's going to be so bad. But, like, it had some good games. That's the thing, it had a mixture of, like, really solid first-party games, horrible third-party support, really good first-party games, but then a few baffling exclusions, like no mainline Zelda game on the Wii U. You had HD remakes of Twilight Princess and Wind Waker, which, I mean, that's great, you know? They're both really solid remakes. Oh, come on, here we go. Here we go again. Well, of course, Breath of the Wild, you know, but that you know, that's not really a Wii U release, and it was at the very end of its life. There was no, like, proper 3D Mario, like, sandbox-style 3D Mario. Because, I mean, we had 3D World, which is a stellar game. I will stand to that. For a while, that was, like, my favorite Mario game, because I was kind of stupid. It's still great, I'm just saying, like, come on. I just wanted the newest, shiniest thing that was always going to be my favorite, when, like, now I would say it's Mario Sunshine. But anyways, didn't have that. There's a lot of other games that, like, were not represented on the Wii U at all. Like, really, Kirby. We had Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, which is a great game. Didn't really get a lot of attention at the time. But yeah, like, and it sold horribly because of the advertisement, the confusion, just lack of third-party support, all that stuff. Kate says, if you had to get rid of one, which would you choose, GameCube or DS? Oh man, well, the DS was so successful. Made Nintendo a ton of money, gave them a lot of, like, guidance for where they were going to go from there. And, like, think about how many people are Nintendo fans because of the DS. I mean, I'm getting too involved with this. If I had to choose, like, personally for me, I mean, I have to get rid of the DS because, and honestly, I'd still probably choose the DS because as well as that sold, as many people had one, like, it was a lot of third-party stuff, which is great, but, like, that would mean that Mario Sunshine wouldn't exist, you know, and that just, and, like, Wind Waker and Twilight Princess wouldn't exist. Oh my god, no, we cannot get rid of the GameCube. Are you crazy? Because, like, what's the alternative? Getting rid of Spirit Tracks and Phantom Hourglass? Big whoop. I'm ashamed to admit that I haven't even played those games. And honestly, it kind of is confusing why I haven't. Like, people crap all over them, of course. But, like, I'm sure they're good. I'm sure I'd enjoy them. So, like, why haven't I played them? It's a Zelda game that I haven't played. Surely I should have felt motivated to do that by now, but I just haven't. This is probably not worth it to fight these guys, so I don't know why I'm doing it. Tomodachi Life? That was not on the DS, bro. That was 3DS. Okay, so he's dead. Now y'all got no leader. What you gonna do? Okay, that's what you're gonna do. Can y'all just go... Y'all all got shields, and I hate that. Like, yeah, like, I had a DS growing up, which was great. Oh, they're dropping meat all over the place. And I would play, like, some DS games and some Game Boy Advance games on it. But really, like, it was the 3DS where I really got into stuff, and I started playing a lot, just playtime-wise. Wait, what? You said I meant 3DS and DS. Oh, you meant for me to choose between the 3DS and DS? Well, still, I'd probably choose the 3DS to keep. Look at that. Pathetic. And then just dropped a bunch of stupid stuff. 3DS or GameCube. Oh my gosh, bro, you're so confusing. Nope. Okay, still, I'd get rid of the 3DS. Again, because the GameCube just had too many stellar games. But I would not be the same man without them. 3DS did as well. I mean, that had a great lineup. And you know what? Honestly, if we're gonna get really involved, if the 3DS didn't exist, then neither would Link Between Worlds, and I wouldn't be a Zelda fan in the first place. How about that? So now you've really confused me. I choose to believe that no matter what happened, me and Zelda would have found a way to find each other, no matter what. You know, I would have always been a Zelda fan, no matter what. All right, so here we are, guys. Look at this place, man. It's like, yes, like, even though the dungeons kind of suck, you have these brilliant structures all over the world. You just have to remember that. And like, yeah, a lot of them don't necessarily amount to very much. But like, just the fact that they're there, just looking at the architecture, it's like, don't you just like going to explore abandoned buildings? You know, everyone loves that. And you get to do that in this game. Doesn't matter if it doesn't amount to anything. Lady Impa. Hello, Kato. Okay, that is actually too bright. I'm gonna go back to my... Oops. I'm gonna go back to my default view here of... Oh, shoot. Stop it. There we go. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I think if we continue on, we will find Princess Zelda. But I'm going to kill some of these guys, because why not? You're dead. You're dead. And finally this weapon has run its course. And... Oh, that is... Why do you have such a powerful bow? You're a blue guy. Done with that. That is by far the most powerful bow I have. Okay, and why do I have this mushroom stick? What about if you had to choose one to never play again? Well, still the 3DS, bro. I don't really play the 3DS that much. All the games still exist, you just can't play the console. Yeah, I mean, I'd have to say that. I'm really running low on stuff. Maybe I'll fuse... Yeah, I mean, I'm running out of stuff. Ooh, but I have that. Boss Bacallan horn. Yeah, it's decent, I guess. Have anything else strong? Again, I'm really waiting for a good weapon to use this diamond. But... because that's a lot. That will make a fire weapon. That could be cool. You know what? Ooh, that's also pretty good. I'm going to use that on this. There we go. It kind of looks awkward, but I guess it's pretty cool. No, I think I'm going to leave those. Alright, let's go. What do we got down there? What is that? Oh, that's some ice fruit. I haven't got any ice fruit yet. Look at that. That looks super cool. I like that a lot. Alright, Kate, any other questions? More interesting than choose one of these to get rid of? Oh, Link. You dingus. I'm gonna just do this. Boom. I love when he's swimming through the earth. Alright, okay, it's not really worth it. I'm not gonna waste my time or breath on y'all. Because there's free stuff over here. Look at that. What is that? A spike shield? Dragon bone shield. Yeah. Yeah. Bust those boxes. Bro, give it up, y'all. You ain't gonna do nothing chucking rocks at me. Okay. I think I should be able to ascend up to the top of this. Boom. Okay, and there's a shrine in there. Perfect. I'm gonna leave it though. Just we'll keep ourselves at a nice even. Ooh, the ice fruit. I must have it. And we'll probably try and exchange these spirit orbs or light of blessing, whatever, before we end it off today. And in the next time, we will go to the Zora region, which is easier to get to than Death Mountain. I think it should be. And I don't know exactly how long the quest is, but I think we'll bust it. We'll bust through it in one episode, no matter how long it ends up being. That's just kind of how I want to do it. Just now I'll be a little better prepared for potentially a really long stream. Oh, you little... Here we go. Here's Impa just chilling around as always. My Hayauzi. My Yausi. Skip that for now. Hello, Impa. Okay, what? What'd you say? Okay, well, I wonder where. I wonder if it's in this big A room over here. But look, how they desecrated the Hylia. Maybe she's just taking a nap. How darest they? Will you still let me get stuff? I'm sorry. I mean, I know you're not in the best, most presentable state, but I kind of still want... Well, I see that. So what? You can't give me stuff? Alright. That's pretty sad, though. Impa, you didn't think to check this? My god. Ah, here we go.
This structure was clearly designed to take advantage of the geography of the area, but even the interior is largely intact. Considering how many battles have been fought, well, it is very impressive. Seeing it reminds me of some very, very old records I've read. They suggest that there was a temple named for the first queen of Hyrule, and that it was often used as a shelter for the common people. Could this be...
Now look, guys, heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. Okay, there it is, Sonia's grave. Spoiler alert. Now, like, this doesn't really spoil anything because, for one, like, you don't know that it's Sonia unless you make that connection between the flowers and Sonia. Even then, it's kind of ambiguous. But even if you did know it was Sonia, like, obviously she's dead by this point. It doesn't spoil that it happened in the way that it did. You could just think, oh, this is Sonia's temple and she's buried here because she died, you know, of old age or whatever you think. So that doesn't really spoil anything. But it is pretty sad now that we know the truth. And there we go. There she is. And we're going to come in here. And look at that. No, I don't want to do that. I just want to look at it for a second. So I'm going to take a picture of that, even though I think it'll be pretty easy to find them from the towers. Now look. Here's what I did not notice, or maybe I did know. I can't remember. I might have noticed it, but I didn't, like, understand that they were showing me the order. That's what it is. On the wall, they're showing you the order you're supposed to visit them, which I totally missed. I was just like, oh, that's nice. They put them on the wall for me. But no, that is the order you're supposed to do it. So, ooh. I mean, it's not a giant number 1, number 2, number 3, but it's like, yeah, okay, I get it. Oh my. Yep, that makes sense. Okay, so I guess she's kind of telling us right now. I'm just an idiot. I didn't really read it closely. Geoglyphs. Perhaps you should rest. And I think Impa kind of, doesn't she just hang around here for the rest of the game? It's, you know, I don't know. I didn't know this. Apparently Impa is like she's the only character that you can like explicitly tell about Zelda's draconification. Like she'll actually respond to it. Like she's like, oh my, well, that's too bad, or something like that. But like all the other characters, I don't think there's any acknowledgement that like they understand what happened to her. This is so cute. Look at this. It's a little model. It's a little model of the kingdom, and I'm not going to ignore the plot hole that they probably built this way back when Hyrule Castle looked like that and not this. So why is this here? Why is it like the modern Hyrule Castle when Rauru probably built this way back then? I don't know. Maybe they built it after they built the new Hyrule Castle. Who knows? But yeah, let's go ahead and actually take a few pictures just so I can know the order here. So even though I'll probably remember it. We got the castle-shaped one. I think that's what that is. It's like the old Hyrule Castle. We got the Purapad. We got the fish. What is that again? Oh, that's the Molduga. Yeah, the Molduga memory. Then we got Ganondorf kneeling, showing fealty. We got Sonia. We got the Scamator. That's the brutal one. We got Demon King. Secret Stone. Demon King. And we got the... What is that? I don't know. Probably when the sages are meeting. That's a picture of Sonia's grave. Oh, and then the Master Sword, which Kyle said that was the first one he got, and that's the last one you're supposed to get. Bro, what are you doing? So yeah, one of my earliest ones was, I guess it's this one where Sonia dies. Yeah. And it's brutal, isn't it? It's awful. Such a brutal death. I mean, really. Okay. Thank you for that. This room is beautiful. My gosh. I think there was like another door at the top. Let me check that out real quick. So I'm here. Yep, over here. Let's see what that's all about. Dun, 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 dun. Ah. We'll save Korok Forest. That's going to be fun. I think maybe we'll do that after our second dungeon. So probably 2 streams from now. Because, I mean, there's no use in, like, getting too far into that until I have a little more stamina. I don't remember exactly how much you need. Maybe it's, like, 2 circles or something. I'll look into that. Oh, it's just... Okay, that's nothing. It's just leading me around the room again. Okay, interesting. I love this game so much, man. I know I do. And, like, no amount of dissecting it or thinking too hard about it is going to, like, change that. I just know that I love it. And that's great. I will never hate it, and that's not bad. No, Link, go! Seriously? Oh, that is annoying. I'm remembering that when you, like, accidentally ascend a really long path and then you press B instead of getting up. Look at that. Oh, there's a great fairy fountain. Maybe I should probably activate at least one of those at some point soon. But you have to do that whole quest. Man. And I guess Kate dipped out again without saying goodbye. What a shame. I'm gonna climb to the top of this cliff just because I can. I want to see what's up. Get a nice view. Yeah, so these towers are thanks to the spotlights, very easy to find. I mean, the towers... Oh, she's still here. Okay. She's been very quiet. There's a glyph. Look at that. But they're even more easy to find in this game. There's Kilton. What's he doing? don't actually remember what you do with Kilton in this game. I mean, I know he's got the thing in Terrytown, which that's another thing we'll have to visit at some point. We've already gotten this area, so Terrytown's not too far. Might as well do that soon. We'll probably have like a handful of these type of stream where we're not doing a dungeon, because those dungeon quests are good, but they're pretty involved. That'll take up most of a stream, if not all of it. And so we'll have a few of these where I'm just kind of doing the other stuff. Sound good? Oh, there's an Erolphos. Need some of that stuff. Oh, I keep calling them Erolphos, the Aracuda, sorry. Erolphos is from Twilight Princess. I just wanted that. Oh, but they do have fire fruit, that's kind of useful. And they're so easy to kill, so. Don't do it. Your aim, y'all. Come on, get good. Uh-oh. Okay. That's all I really wanted. Okay. So, I'm gonna go ahead. I know there's a shrine right there. I don't really care. I'm gonna go to the plateau. Because I think that's where you're supposed to go to get auto-build. But that's gonna be a little bit of a flight. But when do you think the next Zelda game will come out? Honestly, Kate, there's no telling. We know Age of Imprisonment is coming out soon. Right? Let me see if I can't find the tower in this region, and that'll be easy to get to the plateau from there. And maybe we'll find auto build if we can. I hope I can. We'll get one more geoglyph, the next one, and then we will call it a day at that point. That sounds good. Tutsu-un. So, you know, Age of Imprisonment, we got Faroche. Is going to be, you know, it's not a mainline Zelda game. It's a spin-off, but still, like that they probably spent quite a bit of time on that. Although I guess that is a separate team. It's Koei Tecmo. Not oh, this is a big region. I don't know where the tower is. Shoot. That might be difficult to get up there. Let's try then. And get a better viewpoint from Lookout Landing. Honestly, Kate, who knows? I mean, we had Echoes of Wisdom. That was a Zelda game. Again, it wasn't like the mainline 3D games, but it's still, you know, it's not a spin-off. It is a main series game. It's just two-dimensional. So their next big 3D Zelda, I mean, having a 6 or 7 year gap is fairly standard. So, like, I wouldn't be surprised if it's another 4 or 5 years. Honestly, like, I wouldn't expect to even hear about the next one for at least another year or two. And even that is pretty optimistic, so. Like, it always happens when you least expect it, you know? Where's the plateau? There it is. It's over there. So there's where that tower is. How did I miss that? I don't even know. I won't be able to get that far. That's going to be a hassle, bro. Is that a stable there? No. I'm going to recuperate a little right here. No, it's for the next 3D Mario. Who knows? Because Bonanza kind of is that. But it's still not. It's not a 3D Mario. But, that's what the 3D Mario team has been doing. So maybe they've gotten another team to work on, like, a 3D Mario game? That's going to be interesting to see. Or maybe it's going to be another 6-7 years before we get like the next big 3D Mario game or 3D Mario type game. Or maybe it'll be a sequel to Bonanza. I mean, they can't just not be putting out Mario games. We need Mario games, right? Whoa. Whoa. I don't know why those shadows are moving so much. Which is better, 2D games or 3D? Bro, I mean, I feel like I've made it clear what my preference is. And I know it's a biased one. I'm not saying they're inherently better, but I am always going to prefer the 3D games. Not even close. 2D games can be really solid. Wonder is really solid. A lot of 2D games, like Donkey Kong 2D platformers, are brilliant. I love them. Most Kirby games are two-dimensional. But man, like, there's just so much more to a 3D game. It's kind of not even a contest for me. And like, even like Zelda games. Oh, I could have warped to this shrine. Oh my god. Jesus. Oh, this was, I couldn't figure out how to get this chest because it won't let you move it. I think what you're supposed to do is build a little way up to it. Put a little stake right here. And like, it's a weird thing because everybody calls the top-down Zeldas 2D, but like, they're not really. You still, like, it's not a side scroller. That's the thing. It's like, I guess you do have 2 dimensions still, like left and right, but it's not a side scroller. It's not the same as like a 2D game that you think of. Because most of the time when you think of a 2D game, you think of a side scroller. And when you consider that some 2D top-down Zelda games, you're going like down and up, like based on the levels. Link Between Worlds and Minish Cap had some dungeons like that. Then technically you do have 3 dimensions, you know. But I guess technically, like in some Mario games, you like go into the foreground and background, and Donkey Kong, so like that's a 3rd dimension. But really, the game at its core is 2D. But it's not even fair to like directly compare them. Is this our first blue? Yes, it's our first blue moblin. Because don't do it. I would have remembered those ridiculous bull horns. I forgot about that. Look at that. It's not too bad. It's a pretty strong one. It's kind of unfair to directly compare them because they're such a different beast. Like a 2D game, it's not trying to be a 3D game. It's its own thing, you know? Oh, shoot. That's going to blow up. And I'm going to use recall on that, because why not? You can get a taste of that. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to fuse that to one of my weapons. Those are really strong if you do it. No, I don't know. Well, I guess I'll probably get one of their sticks and fuse it to that, because why not? Oh, there's 3 blueies. That does some pretty good damage. I guess they probably still have the same amount of health. Not entirely sure on that, but so that's pretty good durability there. Yeah, see, that is the thing. I did mention this before, but like, it is a bummer that the enemies don't have their own unique. We got a blue boss. Their own unique, you know, weaponry. Like, there's no more Boko clubs. It's just all wooden sticks, you know. Oh, there's a lot more of those guys. Yikes. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and equip that stick. That's pretty good. Look at that. And I'm gonna... Why not? Let's use our first Muddle Bud here. Okay. I don't know if I confused him or not. Ooh. Come on, how is that not a flurry rush? And I'm about to fall. I don't really want to deal with y'all all together. Use that, because why not? Here we go. Okay, let's play this smart, guys. Let's play it smart. Just pick them off one at a time. I'm on the brink of death, though. If I mess up, I'm... What? What the... Bruh. What was that? Kate, did you see that? Okay, he hasn't... Well, I'm safely away from the battle, so I can eat. That was nuts. He just phased out of existence. Did he respawn up here? That would be so annoying. Dude, that spike ball club is so satisfying to use. Wasn't looking. What happened? Rewind the stream a few seconds. Just you see what happened. Oh, there's a lot of them. Shoot. I don't know why I did that. I'm right next to the barrels. Don't want that. Dude, attack the other guy. Okay. Did I kill him as well? Yes, I did. Don't throw rocks at me. No, I didn't. Okay. dead. I hope there's another spike ball I can get. How did I not get a flurry rush on that, bruh? What is he doing? He's trying to shoot me too. Ooh, yoinks. Come here, come at me. What? Oh my god, how did I not get hit there? Oh no. I don't know how I'm not taking it. I think that would have one-shot me. There we go. Yeah, he just faded away. That was so weird. No thanks. There we go. Might take that spiked bow in a second. Let me just see how good that one is. I think I picked up... God, that's not even that good. Why? Okay, I'm gonna hang on to this. I don't know how much more it's got in it, but it's pretty good. Roasted base. Drop that base. That was pretty good, honestly. And I love this tower music. Really, really good. Okay. Watch this, Kate. Whee! It's pretty fun. There's a lot of barrels around here, my gosh. And there goes my ball hammer. But I mean, it tore through all those guys. I'm not too upset about that. And I've used this bow quite a bit as well. So I'm gonna take that. That's better anyways. Let's grab that. And we'll wait to fuse that to something good we find. But let's get the tower, which is what we really came here for. Open up. Dum bum bum. I'm gonna skip this if I can. Can I not? Guess I can. Look at that. There's that plateau. Ooh. Some islands I really want to get to. But I'll save that. I don't want to get too distracted here. There's the Colosseum. Oh my gosh. I forget what they did with that in here. I don't think the Lionel and all that is still there. But there's some cool Colosseums in the depths. Oh man. Oh no, I remember. There's a Gleeok in there now. I think it's a Thunder Gleeok. That's going to be fun. I don't think we're quite ready for that yet. But those are some really nice drops. The Gleeok stuff. Right. Dude, I need the other pieces of that skydiving armor. So I'll have to find where it's probably one of those. Have I done that yet? No, I haven't done that one. Yeah, we gotta do that at some point. But for now, y'all, just gonna take it in for a sec. We're pretty much right above the plateau. And I think it's the east one that we want to go to. So that would be this one. So we're gonna head to that one. See what this is all about. Yeah, because if you upgrade that full set of the gliding armor, Miles is just best A, high by B, pro bro, or C, America's redhead. Bro, what? Oh, you're asking which of those phrases is like funniest or something? I don't know, man. See, like when in Breath of the Wild, you can never see the plateau from this high up. How? How could you? Without glitches. And you can see the entire thing. That's your tutorial in Breath of the Wild. And it's brilliant. I love it. Look at that. And that's like bigger than most Zelda games' entire world. Nuts. And there's Sonia's grave right there. See, like, it's pretty accessible. That's kind of why I did that one so early. And it looks pretty unassuming, so I figured it would kind of just be a nothing memory. Oh no, it was not nothing. It was devastating. So here we are. Again, I don't really remember what there is to see on the plateau. Why is it lightninging when I want to come here? And here we are. Beautiful. Well, it would be if it wasn't raining. A black boss? Oh my, and a bunch of... I don't know if I'm ready for this, guys, but they have some really strong stuff right now. So I think I kind of want to try. It. Let's try it, y'all. I mean, might as well. Oh, this is going to be tough. Okay, he's going to get struck. Wait, why didn't he... Oh, he is. He's going to. Run away, run away. Yo, dude! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That was like the luckiest... Okay, screw that. I love thunderstorms, man. I love thunderstorms. Bring it on. I'm saving right now. That is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh. And I'm gonna get away from this stuff. It's about to... Ooh. Nope. Wait, what am I using right now? Oh, I'm using the right thing. He's strong, though. He's gonna take a minute. Dude, imagine me having to kill all these guys. Like, look at how little damage he took. Okay, well, yeah, it's... No, that's not that much. And they all just... freaking ate it, dude. Oh, yeah, he's... If you can keep him there... No, I think he's not gonna... Okay. Dude, that's gonna pay off hard. Get struck. Ah, almost. Look, he's just got a stick, bro. What are you doing? Let's take care of him. Why did I shield surf on him? Not what I meant to do. Bruh, come here. Yoink. Ooh. Oh, I forgot. I have metal now. That's not good. Let's get that. Did I miss anything here? Kyle's back. What's up? We're just going to do a few more things, Kyle, and then we'll call it a day here. You just missed an epic, epic battle. Rewind a little bit. They all just ate it. They got struck by lightning. Ooh, we got a royal claymore there. Alright, I got to ditch one of these sticks here. And take that. And I'm going to unattach the rock. I'm going to wait to fuse. Just, I don't want to get struck right now. I'm going to save that boss horn. How much fusing power is that? Not as good as the silver one, but that is 27 fuse attack power. And that's 17. That's... See, look. That was such a lucky break, dude. I almost feel bad about that. Even that's really good. Okay, I mean, what better weapon? I'm going to go ahead and do it. Oh. Okay, now I'm going to unequip that. 41. I think that's our strongest weapon yet. Not bad at all. And I'll save the rest for some better weaponry in the future. Alright, man. That's gonna... It's gonna stay with me. That exchange right there. I've been blessed by Hylia and Faroche. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this is closest where you get auto build. Sure, I just saw it online that said go to the Eastern Abbey Chasm. Oh, we got some posed. The posed nose. Oh. Grab all them. Let's just chuck a few bright blooms around here. Oops. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Okay, now where the heck am I to go? I think I might just follow the statues. Is that what you're supposed to do? But if I can't find it in a few minutes, I'm just gonna have to call it. What's that? Ooh. Okay, that's better than a stick. Yeah, I'm gonna drop that. I use that quite a bit. We'll fuse something to that later. Probably one of them horns that we got. Light root. It might just be on this trail here. This might lead us to auto build. Are those? What are those? Okay, I thought those were gloom hands. They're just baby talus. Baby talus. Or maybe it's that structure right there. That actually seems familiar, but could be wrong. I'm gonna go and get the light root though. That seems like the best course of action. What the booty holes? I need to get some sort of contraptions here so I don't have to be trudging through this slop. Okay, so that ends right there. I think it might be over there. I think that might be where I need to go. But I'm gonna just... How far is that? Sometimes it's deceptive. I mean, it's not that far. I think that's the move. Need to do that. You know what? I'm gonna trust my instincts here and I'm gonna head this way. Aha, what is this? Great abandoned central mine. No, I think this is right. Sounds very familiar. Whoa. Look at this giant statue. This isn't the giant statue. When you gonna beat the game? It's gonna be a minute. I am trapped under the water. Oh no, this is the one where you gotta get its eyes back. I remember that. But I think that is not where we get auto build. Okay, that seed did absolutely nothing. Unless it's down below. Could it be? You know what? Yes, I think it is. I think this is where we get it. A minute is not an acceptable response. Huh? So it's okay, it's gonna be at least probably 6 or 7 or 8 more streams because I'm gonna have to do each dungeon's gonna take at least a stream. Then I want to do a handful where I just do some extra stuff. And, you know, because I'm also trying to get footage for the long video that I'm making. And I can use some footage from online, but I'd rather keep it mostly to my own. So in the meantime, of course, I'm going to be working on the voiceover, and I can always edit that down, get everything ready. And I think by that time I should have done all the streams. Now what is happening? I thought this was where I get it. Do I need to activate the quest or something? Huh. Well, shoot. Now see, all these random materials here kind of seem like I should be using that. I think I should have gotten the... Yeah, I should have gotten the light route, because then I could actually see the map of this place. It's a lot of fans right there. Maybe it's up here? I don't know, but... Doodle-doodle. Okay. Well, the light route's dead ahead, so I'm gonna go ahead and go to that. And hopefully I'll figure it out by then. Okay. Maybe it's down there, actually. You're just chucking seeds all over the place. Whoa. Oh gosh, see, look at that. It's just so cool to me that, like, just stuff just looms out of the darkness, you know? Oh, no, get up there. That's kind of what I was talking about. It's like, it's full of surprises. Like, there are surprises in Breath of the Wild for sure, but, like, not big ones. Like, you're never surprised to come across Death Mountain. you've been seeing it since the opening cutscene of the game. It shows you the entire map, pretty much. And, like, there's little things you don't see, and like a Lionel can show up out of nowhere and other stuff like that. But like, you know, there's big stuff in the depths, and you can stare all you want. You're not going to see like very far ahead of you at all. The surface you can see all the way across the map if you're high enough. Not so in the depths. Koradat. Lightroot. Okay, so where did I just go? That's where I was. Okay, so I'm a little bit of a chump, guys, but I'm gonna glance at this real quick. Build location. It is the Great Abandoned Central Mine, but it's a little bit... Okay, what? I'm eating mac and cheese. That sounds pretty good, Kate. Pretty good. What? Where is this? Huh? I'm very confused right now. Oh, wait. No. I know where... Oh, it's just out of my view, in fact. But I was just there. I was just at the mine. What gives? Okay, well, I do know that's the right place. So I'm going to head back up here. Put that... Yeah, I'm heading to the right place. Do-do-da-da. Well, we've already gone over 2 hours. Whoops. That's fine. We'll go a little longer. Ain't gonna kill me. And guys, guess what? I'm a complete chump. And I got an extra Switch 2 dock. Because I was sick of taking the, unhooking it and taking it up and down the stairs and all that. So what is happening? I was just here. And I didn't see no auto build. This has to be where it is, though. I think you have to activate a quest, unfortunately. But why? What do you do there? How to get the auto build ability? Auto ability. As long as you have enough rubies. How do you... Okay, stop telling me how to use it. Tell me how to get it. Lookout landing, Joshua, depths. Talk to Joshua again. Auto build. Bro. Okay. So that's actually a little bit more involved. I tried to talk to Joshua before. No, I think it is down here, but we have to talk to Joshua first. And I thought I tried to do that, and I didn't get anywhere, so that's stupid. Okay, I'm going to check the picture I took real quick to see where the next geoglyph is, and we're going to do that, and then we're going to call it a day, because I need to do something else. Okay. Next one is the castle, I think. Yeah. Which is... That's in the Rito region. Do I have anything remotely close to that? Yeah, this one's not too far. I think I'm going to try that. Even though it would make more sense to get that while we're doing the Rito quest. But we'll do it now. And to start off the next episode, before we just dive right into the Zora quest, no pun intended, we'll get auto build. We'll start the episode right in Lookout Landing, make it easy for us. And my camera is crapping out. Please don't do that to me. Please. Please. Thank you, Jamie the cat. I've noticed. You telling me that in chat, just so you know, it does not help. Because if I can see the chat, I can see my own camera. And I'm going to fix it. I'm working on it. Here, while I try to fix this, let me just show you a few little funny pictures that I got. There's Angry DK. And there's evil happy DK. What is happening, camera? Come on. I'm not playing around here. Oh my god. It's like it's going to and then it doesn't. I've tried everything here. At some point I'm just going to chump out again and buy a new camera that doesn't do this crap. But knowing my old finicky computer, it's just not going to work on my computer. I've had that problem before. Oh my bruh. Just give me one sec, guys. I'm trying to fix this. Want to borrow mine? Not at all, bro. Yours is... I mean, I guess 720 is not a huge deal since I think this is streaming in 720. Oh my gosh, dude. This is the longest it's ever taken. It's just not. It's not doing it. Please. That is so frustrating. And DK is just laughing at my pain right now. Trying to find something else for you to look at. There we go. A nonsensical screenshot of Mario. And there's Bowser. Oh, is that it? Okay. I apologize for you having to stare at my face up close for longer than I ever would have preferred. But now that we've gotten that done, there's the one we need. That's a little baby one, isn't it? Oh my gosh, dude. Look at that. Yeah, I think that's a lot smaller than the other ones. And man, it's so easy to get there now that we have this. And this is only a level 1. I mean, I guess we are just really far away from it. I don't think it's that small. This is a level 1 skydive mobility buff. So with level 3, oh my god. Show the Mario Kart vid from today. Nah. The only downside to like being so high up and gliding down is that you do see more clearly all the pop-in. Like, look at that. It's all like snapping into place. It doesn't really bother me that much, but it is something to note. We are very close. We are like right below the storm cloud. We are well into the Rito region. But it is not time for that yet. That is 2 dungeons away. Because we're going to do Zora, then Rito, then Gerudo. The same order we did in Breath of the Wild on stream. And here we go. Easy tier get. Look at Link's little mummy underwear. It's gotta be uncomfortable. I think this is where I think there's Zelda, Sonia, and Rauru are still just walking and talking. Can't remember exactly what happens. Here we go, y'all. Look at that. Look, Dueling Peaks is one mountain, y'all.
This is not the world I know.
Is that the plateau? I think it is.
A time so far back in the past, it's become legend.
Tens of thousands of
It's
years.
true.
Maybe.
This is really the era of Hyrule's founding?
That certainly thousands.
Your presence here is just as strange to us, Zelda.
I think it's like, yeah, it's
But if you, like Sonia, have a secret stone and are able to manipulate time, your story makes sense.
does it now? My secret stone.
I believed her right away. You needed the secret stone as proof, Rauru? I can feel your light power within her, as well as my time power. Additionally, I sense that we share a blood connection.
There we go. Look at that.
I see.
So maybe Sonia was like a previous way of spelling Zelda or
You
something.
needed to return to your era as soon as you possibly could.
Yes.
Zelda's like, I'm half goat?
In my time, something terrible has
It
happened.
wouldn't be half. It would be like half of half of half of half of half
I
squared
need
to a
go
billion.
back there.
Not a billion.
How do I do that?
Many, many, many years.
I don't even know how I got here in the first place.
It's little moments like that that are funny. Where the game's not really trying that hard, but it's like, it's not some weird line where it's unintentionally funny.
Now, Zelda dear,
That was a little strange.
you don't need to solve your problems all at once. Why not come back with us to the castle? Hmm?
No, I...
We'll tell everyone that you're a distant relative of ours. It is true, after all. We'll get you fresh clothes, too.
Dude, yeah, they
I'm sure Reynolds will come to you. Wisdom takes
they
time.
dress her up, bro. I love the Tears of the Kingdom outfit.
Wonder. Minoru. She may have some idea of how to get you back to your era.
Minoru, you said?
Yes. She knows far more than anyone about our people. And like us, my older sister has a secret stone. We'll call on her.
They just should have come up with a better name for it. That's really like why? Why Secret Stone? It's like if they called, I don't know, what's it compared? It's like if they called the Triforce the Tingly Triangles or something. Or the Cool Triangles. It's like Secret Stone, really? It's like that's the defining trait, is that it's secret? Well, now it's not secret anymore. Now what is it? It's just a stone. They could have called it a magic tear, and I would have preferred that, I think. Oh, shoot. Shoot. Da-do-da-do-da-do-da-do. Bro, that was ridiculous. Why did it take me like 10 million years to stand up? Alright, I hope it saved after I got that glyph. I think it did. Yeah. So that's what Kyle was saying. He doesn't like that they're on the map like this. I don't know, I mean, you zoom all the way in and they disappear. It's not that bad. I kind of think it's cool. Look at that. So we've got two. Where am I in an unfamiliar world? So maybe we'll try and get 2 per episode or something like that. We got some constructs up in here. Let's kill these. That'll be the last thing we do. Kill these constructs. And I had better put on some clothes so I don't just leech hearts. Or leak hearts. Whatever. Where am I even trying to go here? It's all the way over here. The warm pants. We'll need something better than that when we come to Rito Village, I think. Okay, these aren't even going to be that good, but Flame Emitter Spear. Really? A stick? A stick just did that? Man. Kate has peach tea. Wow, that shows cool. That sounds cool. Alright, let's try this once more. Put on the pants. Get the ice fruit. I guess I forgot, yeah, there's plenty of constructs chilling on the surface as well. For some reason I was like, oh, they're only on the sky or something, but definitely not true. Oh shoot, my shield is gonna burn. Oh, yeah, and that's burning. I mean, if it was a burning stick, that would make sense to insta-kill me. Nice. Got him. He's... Can't carry any more, it's fine. Ooh, yikes. I don't know how my shield didn't just totally burn. Ooh. Got him. A blood moon again? That's our second blood moon. And the first one happened at, like, in the middle of the day. It was weird. And I don't know if it was, like, a panic blood moon. I don't know why it would do that, but there you go. Guys, I think this weapon might be good enough to fuse to our diamond. Check this out. A 37 one-handed sword. Look at that, man. Quicker charge attacks, that's gonna be a killer weapon. We need to save that, though. That looks so sick, bro. Some of them look ridiculous, and some of them look awesome. And I do also want that bow. I've used that one too much. It's Minecraft. Not at all. It does. Don't disrespect this sword. Okay, so I guess we'll get to enjoy that blood moon in the next stream. Because I ain't waiting around for that right now. I don't really... Oh, that's a club. I thought that was a shield. No shields. Interesting. Okay. Well, guys, I think we're done here. I think we are done here. So I'm going to go ahead and save. We made some pretty good progress today. And I think we are much better prepared to take on the next dungeon. So, guys, thank you so much for watching today. I don't know when exactly I'll be back. Definitely sometime in the next few days. And we're going to try and get through, probably this week, starting Wednesday. I'm going to just try and bust through all these streams. Not all of them, but I'll try and get a lot done this week and next week. Because, of course, Bonanza's coming soon. You know, we're trying to get through it. And it's lofty. I'm trying to get that video out. It's going to be a long one. Definitely over an hour. Probably closer to an hour and a half. I'm going to try and get it out before Bonanza launches, which is crazy lofty. But it's possible. I've done crazier. But that is yet to be seen. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.